up, guys? What I want to talk to you about today? Well, I just want to check in. I didn't post anything last week. I just wanted to take some time off, clear my head, figure out what I really want to do. I got a couple things going on in my personal life. Helping out friends, being with family, that type of thing. But as far as the YouTube channel and the car, there's one thing that I haven't really talked about all that much. I mentioned it very briefly in one of my latest videos, and that is the transmission, the gearbox, and what has it really been like driving this thing. Now, I've driven to work a few times back and forth, and that's when I really notice it the most. So the transmission has a set of gears, close ratio gearset built by MFactory. Jose and I put them together in the garage. That wasn't without some minor hiccups, but nothing we couldn't get over. Once you're this deep into building cars yourself, you end up having some spare parts laying around, and those spare parts saved our asses on the transmission build. Long story short is, how do I feel about the gearbox? Well, after I've driven it in traffic, driven it on the highway, I drive it on regular street roads every day. I love it. I can't speak high enough about this gear set to make it sort of come through right here on video. The gears are very close from first to fifth. So right now I'm cruising, I'm doing about 30, fifth gear. You do get a little gear whine. I'm not sure if it's coming through with the video, but I'll try to make a video here with the GoPro near the transmission end, and I'm sure you'll get a clip of what that is like. So the gear set being very close means the car just sort of takes off and takes off. If you ever had anyone, like an older person, someone from a previous generation who drives stick shift, I always notice that people will go, like, they'll get into first, roll off, and then immediately go into second. And I would always think, like, man, that's too low. Like, why are you going like I just did now, like that? Well, gears have gotten taller in the newer cars as time goes on, believe it or not. And I would always feel like when you go into second too soon, the car would just bog down, and then you get this sort of like boggy down, dry feeling. But I guess that didn't bother anybody else but me. My point about that is that now with this gear set, I do have that sort of daily drivability where I could actually take off in second gear if I want to. I actually do it I do it every now and then, not thinking like, oh yeah, okay, well, that's second gear. What that means for grip, what that means for traction, I'll have to be better controlled. I'll have to, not mash on the gas in first gear. I mean, I never did before, but now for sure, that thing's just gonna destroy the tires. I'm gonna have to do something about boost by gear. It's not easy to do on the 9th gen. Flash Pro doesn't have support for it, but there's enough stuff out there for it. Okay, look at I closed one of my rings. Back to the gear set. Like I said, it's gonna make it makes the car super, super snappy. And I really like that driving feeling. I really like it. I've had PPG gears before. It sort of softens the car up when you have such a tall gear, and when you sort of want to just take off in first and second and just like, look at that, making a turn, going into third, still got power, fourth, fifth. Then I gotta slow down. I got some people in front of me, as you can imagine. So there you go. I haven't even downshifted. I'm still in fifth, doing 20, cutting through traffic. I absolutely love this gear set. I love the gear set. I love the sound, the drivability. it's just awesome. What's that gonna do on the track? This car is just gonna, take off. It's gonna take off and keep taking off. But yeah, this is a great gear set for NA guys. It's a great gear set for people doing track days. Maybe not autocross, but maybe yes, autocross. Depends how, if you're in a tiny little lot and you're staying in second, that's gonna help you out. If you're the type of guy who wants to stay in, like I used to autocross in first gear with my PPG gear set because I could go 55 just in first and not waste time shifting. But what you lose in shifting, you make up in acceleration, and that's what I'm getting here. Again, I'm still doing relatively low speeds, city roads, cruising. I'm having a blast. In traffic, oh, this is the best part. In traffic, now, you ever notice how you're like stuck in highway traffic and maybe you're going uphill and then you see like, I don't know, a minivan just like take off on you because you're not in the right gear and then they cut you off? That shit would piss me off. Because I'm like, and it used to happen to me in the Camaro, in the RSX, whatever car I had, even this one, I'm like, man, like I have the power and torque, but I'm not like there yet, I guess. I no longer really worry about that, but I drove it in traffic and, sure enough, I could be in fourth, third, fifth, and I just like hit it, and the car just starts moving really, really quick. So that's where I'm at with the gear set. I'm extremely happy. I highly recommend them to anyone looking to just make their car a little bit more snappy. Like if I was NA, this would be just awesome. I mean, it's awesome for me right now, but if you're NA and you don't have the kind of power and the pull that you think the car should have, I remember the stock fifth in this car is just absolutely stupid long. Now it's a nice short fifth gear. It's probably not great for highway racing, highway pulls, but who knows? Maybe I'll invite Hans over and we'll have a little bit of a test. Because Hans, if you follow my channel, you should also follow his, Signal Evolved. I'll put it in the description. Basically, similar car, similar setup. He's got E85, probably more power, and he's got the taller gears. And after I drove his car, I personally didn't like it. I know he loves them. I did like them when you get going. I like those gears like when you like rev out like second, third, fourth. They're close up top, but he doesn't daily drive his car as much as I do. He drives it a lot, but not as much daily slow roads like these. So if you guys have any questions about the MFactory gear set, hit me up in the comments. I'll be happy to answer some questions. That's really all I have for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe. My next video, I'm gonna talk about the exhaust sound since my head was ported. How does it sound different? Does it sound better? And I'll try to get a couple clips from the backside. All right, peace.